My name's Madelaine Moore and I am the director and I'm also the artistic director of the Thelmas, who are co-producers of Flumps. Originally I was told by someone who worked in the building about Emma, and she'd written this really amazing play that's really dark but also super funny, which would really suit you. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm intrigued because that is very much the kind of thing that I like doing. And then I met Emma, who was just so much fun to chat to, and she told me all about the story. And I think what really attracts me is the fact that it's two young people who often you don't get to hear voices of young people in theatre very much. And it's told so much from their point of view, and it feels so authentic to the age that they are. One is 8 and one is 13. And you kind of get this really beautiful sibling relationship between them. And I think that feels like a really pertinent story. And because of the wider themes of it, it feels really important that we're reflecting some of the challenges that young people of that age and their background might be facing, but also it's told with such joy and inventiveness and irreverence. So I just was a yes. I mostly make dark comedy, like it is really a thing for me, because I just think that even in the darkest times there is always something funny to be found, or there's light to be found, and I think you kind of have to do that to get through stuff. And what I really like about this show is the fact that it's not really obviously about the bad stuff that's happening around these young people's lives. It's about their relationship and their resilience and their resourcefulness and the bond that they've formed together that kind of protects them. They're sort of insulated in this bubble from the challenging stuff that's going on outside. Older teenagers, I would say, I think will really enjoy it because I think they'll recognise perhaps some of their younger selves in it, maybe their siblings, maybe their friends. And the themes in it, I think definitely people who live in the area will find it interesting, because I think a lot of the themes in it are probably things that people are facing a lot. And I think, you know, all over the country, particularly in the cost of living crisis and various other things going on, I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. And I think having it through a piece of theatre with two really engaging young characters is going to be great for younger people. But also I actually think people who work in services that cater for young people and families, I think it would be really great for them to be able to see it as well. A lot of laughs, and unexpectedly so, because as the story goes on, you start to realise that actually something really serious is going on in these two young people's lives. But they're so joyful that you can't help but sort of laugh along with them, and the recognition of the way that young people tend to deal with tragic things or difficult things. We're working with puppets, we're working with shadow puppetry, we're working with movement. And I think it's going to be a really dynamic show just visually. And we're certainly, as makers, are having a lot of fun experimenting with all the different ways that we can tell this story. They should come and see Flumps because Emma is a local playwright. She is absolutely brilliant. It's her first full-length play. She's been supported by Mercury through the Mercury Playwrights programme, and she's written an absolute banger. It's set in Basildon, so I feel like it's really rooted in this area and this community. And so I think it would be great for people to support that, but also because they're going to have a good night out. They're going to have a good time coming to see it, even though it does have some sad stuff in it and it is sort of touching. But to me, I want to be able to laugh and cry when I go to the theatre and come out feeling like I've really experienced something that I've not experienced before and heard a story I haven't heard before. So that's why they should come. Inventive, touching, this is not 3 words, wickedly funny.